Hey G-Fans, GoGFan93 here, and I got another toy review for you guys. We are continuing with the Godzilla 2014 Bandai Movie Monster Series. Alright guys, so here we have the Godzilla 2014 Movie Monster Bandai 6-inch figure. Now this figure is really awesome. I mean, right when I took him out of the packaging, when I got him, I just fell in love with this figure. I mean, it just looks so good, so I cannot wait to talk about this. So first off, here is the tag. So they kept with the kind of crappy Photoshop picture that I'm not really liking about the marketing, but when it comes to these toys, but you know, whatever. So there's Godzilla 2014, there is the golden stamp 2014 right there, and then on the inside, if I can get this stupid thing open, there's all the information right there, and then there's the back saying that Godzilla 2014 and Movie Monster Series. Yes, without further ado, let's begin. So I'll start off with the sculpt and detail. So the sculpted detail is way good, especially compared to the Bandai Muto figure that I talked about yesterday. This figure, on the other hand, has really good detail, and probably, at least the figure that I have, at least of all the figures that I have, has probably the best sculpt. I mean the NECA 6-inch figure has a really good sculpt too, but for Bandai, this is a really good sculpt. I just love the way the tail looks, the spikes that, I mean, like the way that the spikes look right here just looks really good. All the way up until his head. The one thing I would say is that his head is a little bit small, but I think that's what it really looked like in the movie. So his arms are pretty good, very well sculpted, detailed. Even his nails are painted, but we'll get to that when I talk about the paint detail. His legs are really good sculpted. Once again, detail on his legs is really good. Let me get the light on that. So I mean, all the little different scales and all that stuff, really awesome. There's his face, looks really cool. Hopefully my camera will focus. There we go. So really awesome paint detail, sculpt detail in the face. So overall, the detail and sculpt is really awesome. Okay, so now we talk about the paint job. This is by far, at least in my collection right now, the best paint detail, paint accuracy figure that I have in my collection when it comes to 2014. This guy looks awesome. We have a nice charcoal black, you know, going down his normal skin color, but then on his belly he has a little bit of a brown tint to it, sort of like a tan tint to it, and it goes all the way down on his tail up until this point. But really looks awesome. His nails are painted, unlike the NECA 6-inch figure that I didn't really like how it was just all black, but here they actually painted his toenails here, and then also his fingernails are painted as well. You can see that right there. Hopefully the camera will focus. And then also his face has really good detail, paint detail as well. Inside his mouth is red, his teeth are really pearly whites, and his eyes, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but his eyes are actually really well painted. You can actually see, I can actually see like a little dot for his pupil, which is pretty awesome how they put that much detail into it. So overall, to me right now, probably until I receive the NECA 12-inch figure, this is probably the best painted figure I have so far. Alright, now I'm going to do some size comparisons. So first off, I'm going to bring out the small Muto from the Destruction Pack. This guy is probably really, probably movie accuracy right here with the size, you know, because the male Muto was kind of getting on top of Godzilla, fighting him in the movie like this. So this is probably really good. This is a good scale with these two guys here. So there's that. Then I'm going to bring out the 6-inch NECA Godzilla 2014 figure. So there's a size comparison with that, and you can also just compare them as you just see them. So the NECA does look a little bit better when it does come to detail, but at least when it comes to height, they're pretty much the same. I'd say that the NECA's a little bit bigger, probably by, I mean, not that much, probably like half an inch or something like that. But so yes, there's those two. I'm going to bring out another Bandai figure. We're going to bring out the Muto that I just reviewed yesterday. This is completely not in scale with the movie. If Muto was this big, I think Godzilla would have a huge problem in the movie, but this is just to scale with these guys, so there you go. Let's look at that. And then I'm going to bring out a big guy. Here we have the X Plus Godzilla 1984 30 centimeter figure. So this guy is about 12 inches tall. So yeah, basically half. He's half. So that's 6 inches. That's pretty good. But there is the size comparison with him. So yeah, I mean he's like right at his hip, right up there is the size comparison. Alright, so now we'll talk about articulation, the last point. So once again, this is a standard Bandai figure, so it's just going to have simple points of articulation. You got it in the arms right here, and yes, you can spin the arms. And then his feet can move also, so for your stop motion people, you can get some cool animation, I guess, with this Bandai figure. But you might want to wait for the SH Monster Arts one if you want to do stop motion. And then with the tail, he does a little bit of articulation here, but it's not letting me move it too much, so I'm not going to tamper with that. Articulation is pretty basic. Alright, so my final thoughts on the figure. This is an awesome figure. It is a must-have if you are a Godzilla collector, and if you are a fan of the new Godzilla movie, you must have this figure. You have to get it. And especially now, get him while he's at a low price, because I bet in the aftermarket, if Bandai does not reissue more of these guys, then he's going to become a very expensive figure online, because this is part of the Movie Monster series, and it's been a while since they've made figures. So definitely pick this guy up while you can. Once again, I recommend Amazon right now, because he's about $25 I think you can get him for. So definitely get him now while you can. I highly recommend it. Also, one more point that I wanted to mention, his vinyl is actually really squishy. Like, as you can see, I'm kind of squishing him right here. For some reason, like, he's just probably one of the softest vinyl figures I have. It's pretty interesting. Maybe it's just a new style that Bandai is doing with their figures. But yeah, so that's basically my review for the Godzilla 2014 Bandai 6-inch figure. Definitely pick this guy up. He's really worth it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay big, G fans.